Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I created this silver cut crease makeup look. I feel like this is perfect for the holidays or just anytime you need a dramatic eye. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So I'm going to start off by doing my brows, and I'm just going to spoolie them upward, and then I'm going to be filling them in with my L'Oreal brow pencil. And I love these little brow pencils. They're so convenient and they just make for doing your brows really easy. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. foundation palette and I'm going to be cleaning up the areas around my brows, and this just gives my brows a nice sharp look. And I'm really loving this e.l.f. foundation palette. The colors are really creamy and you could actually use these as concealers or spot concealers, whichever one you want to use it for. And then I'm going to be taking my NYX Control Freak Brow Gel just to set those brow hairs in place. And I really love doing this step. It's become very crucial for me to do this so my brow hairs do not end up looking crazy throughout the day. So to prime my eyelids, I'm taking my Too Faced Shadow Insurance and a Real Techniques brush to just put that all over my eyelids and prep them for the eyeshadow that we're going to be applying today. Starting off, I'm going to be taking the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palettes and the shade Saddle, and I'm going to be putting that in my crease as a transition color. And you just really want to buff this color out to just make sure it is nice and buffed and very blown out so it's no harsh lines. You just want to keep buffing until you get the desired color payoff that you're looking for. And I wanted to put quite a bit on there because we're going to be doing a kind of dark look in the crease. So taking this e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette, and I'm going to be taking the darker brown shade on an e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to be putting that right beneath the transition color that we just applied. So this is just going to help deepen up that outer V area. So when I get ready to apply the lid color, you'll see the outer V area a lot more, and it'll help emphasize that cut crease look. And I'm just going to be dragging this into the inner corner just a little bit, just towards it, so that way it will help make for a nicer transition when we apply that cut crease color. Taking my MAC paint pot and painterly, I'm going to be taking this on a flat Sonia Kashuk brush and putting this all over my lid. So this does not have to be super duper clean because you're going to be applying a shadow on top of it, but I use this to help emphasize that area where that cut crease is going to go. So you want to just put this on your lid very easily. Like I said, mine ended up pretty messy, but in the end it kind of tied all together. But this is going to help emphasize that color that you're going to put on your lid, whether it be glitter or just a shimmer color. It will help emphasize it. So now I'm going into that black in that Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I'm emphasizing that cut crease a lot more with a BH Cosmetics pencil brush, and this just is help to define that cut crease. And I'm taking it from the outer V area up towards that inner part of the eyelid. And now I'm just going to go in and just blend everything. I think this part of my brush was actually clean, so I didn't have any color on my brush, but then I did go back and dip it into that saddle color just to help it blend seamlessly a lot better with the other colors that I already applied. And as you can see, it's already starting to look a little bit cleaner on top of that paint pot. So now taking the color Gunmetal from that same palette, and I'm just going to be taking that same brush that we used to apply the paint pot, and I'm placing this everywhere the paint pot is. So you just want to take this and cover up that paint pot color so it doesn't peek through underneath that shadow. and you just want to cover all of your lid area. Now I'm just going back with that Sonia Kashuk brush and blending everything together so it looks nice and seamless. Now to just help emphasize the eyelid a little bit more, I'm taking a NYX Liquid Glitter color and just applying that all over my eyelid just to give it a nice sparkly, glittery finish. And you want to make sure it dries a little bit before you look up, because on my left side, as you can see, I got a little bit of it in my crease, but it's all good. Now going into my e.l.f. liquid liner, I am going to be applying a nice thin wing on top. And I thought that this would help emphasize the look a little bit more, make it a little bit more dramatic. And I love this ink liner pen. It makes it really easy to get a nice sharp wing, and it's very inexpensive. Now moving on to my face, I'm going to be taking the Milanu Prime Shield and the Pore and Mattifying version and putting that all over my face to help prepare my face for foundation. Today I'm going to be taking the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear foundation, and I really love this foundation for long wearing days or nights because it really does last all day, and I am in the shade 4.2, and I think it's the perfect shade for my skin tone, and it just works so well. It gives a nice smooth matte finish, and I am in love with this foundation. And you just want to make sure you blend that foundation in completely. Moving on to concealer, I decided to use the same concealer from that line, and this is the Smashbox Waterproof Studio Skin Concealer, and this is a 24-hour wear concealer. And I'm just applying this underneath my eyes, a little bit above my lip, and a little bit on my chin. I'm just going to blend that in with an e.l.f. concealer brush. This concealer is really full coverage but lightweight at the same time, so I really love that about it. Now to set that concealer, I'm taking my Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator loose powder and applying that with a wedge makeup sponge, and this is just going to help set that in. I don't like doing a lot of baking, so as you can see, I'm just going to apply it on there, and then I'm just going to dust it off after maybe 30 seconds of it being on there. You just want to take a powder brush and just dust it off. You can also dust it off using a powder of your choice, but my powder brush was actually clean when I did this. Bronzing, I'm going to be taking the Covergirl Ebony Bronze Bronzer and just putting that on my cheekbones and a little bit on my forehead as well. This just helps warm up the makeup look, especially if you applied a little bit of a lighter coverage look, then this just helps kind of bring it all together. Going into the Kat Von D Hansel and Gretel blush duo, I'm going to be taking the darker color and applying this to my cheeks, and I think this just gives a perfect flush look to the cheeks without being too out there. And going into my Anastasia Glow Kit in that glow, I'm going to be taking the shadow Bubbly and applying that on my cheekbones and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Finishing the look off with a little bit of liquid lipstick, I'm taking the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lip in Teddy and apply that onto my lips. I wanted to keep it very nice and matte. And I am also taking the Black Radiant mascara. I'm not exactly sure, but I will have it down in the description box. And I'm going to be applying this to my lower lash line. Okay guys, so that was pretty much the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this look is perfect for the holiday season or just a nice dramatic night out. So if you did, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.